Christmas to you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my 33-week pregnancy update. Today, by the time you're watching this, I'll actually be 34 weeks pregnant, but I didn't want to get too far behind, so I still wanted to record my 33-week anyway. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Okay, so my first new symptom, not really new, but it's kind of more consistent, is chest pain. So I've noticed it's pretty random, but every now and then I will have pain in my chest and it will start radiating down, like behind my breastbone almost, into my rib cage, and it is super painful. Typically it lasts like anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, and I haven't really figured out yet why that's happening, or if it's consistent with things, like if it's like after I eat or something. It's not really consistent, so that's been annoying, but a new thing. And the next new thing I've been experiencing as well is pelvic pain. So with my first pregnancy, I never experienced this, and I think the reason is because my son was super high. I carried him really high up. He was like in my rib cage. I had a ton of rib pain with him, and this baby is carrying really low. And also I think it's just my second pregnancy. I'm getting a little older, and I just think my body has been through this before, so you know, there's more stretching and all that going on. But before, I also had never been through a pregnancy or labor and delivery before, and now my body has. So there's just new pains down there. Anytime I get up from sitting or laying down for a long period of time, or not even a long period of time, but an extended period of time, my pelvis just hurts so bad. It just feels like a ton of pressure. It feels honestly like she's like right there, like she's about to like fall out and she's just like pushing on that pelvic bone. So I don't know, I hope she's head down at this point, because if she's not, then her chances of flipping are pretty small. So I'm going to ask my OB next time. But what I'm thinking is she's probably head down, and her head and the pressure of her is just starting to push down on my pelvic bone, and it is extremely uncomfortable. So that kind of leads me to the next part. When I pee, like TMI, this whole video is gonna be TMI. I mean, I am 33 weeks pregnant at this point. I'm in my third trimester, and it just, every symptom is TMI pretty much. So I'm sorry, but anyway, when I sit down to use the restroom, I feel like she is going to fall out. Sometimes like I literally feel the shift. So I will like use the restroom, and then I will feel her shift, and then more pee will come out. So it almost feels like she is super low. So I'm really hoping that because this feels this way this time, that my labor and delivery will be much smoother. She will come on her own, and hopefully she'll just come right out, and it'll be really easy for both of us. So my next symptom is actually last week. So when I was 32 weeks pregnant, I started producing milk. Which with my son, I did start producing colostrum before I gave birth, but I want to say it wasn't until like 37 or 38 weeks. It was pretty close to the end. So a symptom that I have been experiencing this entire time is indigestion, and it has not slowed down or gone away. It is extremely annoying and frustrating, especially when I eat. I've noticed like when I eat warm things, as far as like temperature wise, if it's hot, it makes it worse. Eating chocolate makes it worse. Of course, like carbonated drinks make it worse. But again, it's pretty hit or miss. It happens every single day, like clockwork, but the timing of my indigestion definitely varies. I have started taking Tums for it. Up until last week, I wasn't taking anything for it, just because I know Tums are safe and it's totally fine. But I guess I'm just the type that I don't like taking medication or anything that is like out of the norm, like not a natural thing while I'm pregnant, even if it is considered safe, just because, I don't know, it makes me feel better, I guess. So I just would prefer to try and wait it out as long as possible and not take anything, but it's gotten to the point now where it is so painful. And a lot of times it happens when I'm laying down at night, so I cannot sleep because it literally, my throat is on fire and it's horrible. So I haven't taken Tums the past 2 weeks, but I don't know, sometimes it helps and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know, it kind of stinks, but I'm thinking the indigestion will probably stay until the end at this point because I only have like, 6 or 7 weeks left, and it's clearly not going anywhere. So my iron pills, I am still taking those every single day, of course. Those have gotten somewhat easier to take. It is not consistently making me nauseous, but sometimes I take them and they do make me nauseous. Sometimes they don't. I've tried different things. I've tried taking them right before bed, like when I'm done for the night. I've tried combining it and taking it with my prenatal vitamin at the same time because I was thinking, you know, there's vitamin C in my prenatal vitamin, so maybe that will help offset it. I've tried taking it in the afternoon. I tried taking it in the morning at the beginning on an empty stomach, and that was a really bad idea because my stomach could not handle it with like not eating anything beforehand. So yeah, sometimes at night seems to help because I don't know if it's just because I'm laying down or I'm just like going to sleep so I don't pay attention, but there also have been times though that I take it at night and then I wake up like an hour later and I feel super, super sick. So I don't know, it's kind of weird that it affects me differently some days, but I still haven't really found a consistent way to take it without feeling nauseous. So at this point I have about a little over 2 weeks left of work before I am done. And right now I'm currently nannying. I'm watching other kids, and it's super great. I can bring my son. I love it. But it's gotten to the point now where the holidays are coming up. So I was planning on working until I was like 38 weeks pregnant, but the timing of it all kind of doesn't really work because by the time I am 36 weeks pregnant, that will be the week of Christmas, and then 37 weeks pregnant will be the week of New Year's. And this year, Christmas Eve and Christmas and New Year's Eve and New Year's fall on Tuesday, Wednesdays. So really I'd only maybe be working 1 or 2 days during those weeks, and the parents I know take off during those times. So it just kind of worked out where I think I'm going to be done. The week of Christmas will be my first week officially off of work. So by the time those 2 weeks are done, then I'll be 38 weeks pregnant. And at that point, I could still work, I guess. Like, I know some women work all the way up until their water breaks and they go into labor, and that's amazing. But I just know for myself, like with the job I have, it is very physically demanding taking care of 4 children, and they were all under the ages of 5. One is also an infant. She's 9 months old. So of course she requires carrying and holding and rocking and all those things. And at this point, I'm just getting so big. It's getting quite uncomfortable and difficult. And it's also very difficult to physically keep up with the demands of 4 children under 5 years old. I think it's just going to be best to work up until about 36 weeks. Then we'll have Christmas, and then I'll have about 3 weeks to nest and prepare everything for the baby and clean and spend some more one-on-one time with Bowden before this new baby comes. So yeah, I think the time is going to fly by, and I'm really excited about it. I am nervous to stop working just because then we will officially be going down to 1 income, and that is scary. But at the same time, I'm also very excited to have a few weeks before the baby comes to kind of calm down and get some things done that I really want to get done, and really focus on some last few moments with Bowden as my only child, because I don't want to get emotional, but it's really hard. It's really hard because I'm excited to have a second baby, and I'm excited for him to have a sibling and for him to be a big brother. I know he's going to love it. But it's also bittersweet, you know, when you have 1 baby and you can give all your attention and focus to 1 child, and then you go to 2 and you're splitting your time. And yeah, I know it's just definitely going to be a transition for all of us. It's going to be a big change, and it just makes me a little sad that, you know, I'm not going to have as much time to give him as much attention. So we still have not done anything to set up for the nursery. And I don't think we're going to be doing anything, to be honest, until after the new year. So probably about 2 weeks before I have this baby, or I mean, who knows, 2 or 3 weeks, depending on if she comes on time. But yeah, I probably will, I'm gonna guess I'm gonna be about 38 weeks pregnant before we get this nursery rolling or done, which does make me very nervous. But at the same time, we have everything. This last week I really went and purchased the last few things that we need before this baby comes. So realistically, if this baby comes tomorrow, we have everything we need. It's just that we don't have a room set up for her. We have a room. We have a crib, we have a pack and play, we have literally everything she needs. We have clothes, we have blankets, like we have all the stuff. It's just not set up and organized in her room, which of course, me being near the end of my pregnancy, I want to get that stuff up. I am dying to get everything organized and like washed and put away and just like ready. But realistically, being a second time mom, I know that we'll be totally fine. Like we have everything, and like you don't have to have everything set up before this baby comes. Once she comes, we still can paint a room. We still can like buy a dresser and all that stuff. So it's really not that serious, but yeah, still don't have it ready. Probably won't have it ready. It's kind of like the theme of the second child, you know, you're just like, whatever. But with that being said, I have finished purchasing pretty much everything that I need / want for the hospital and for like her first few weeks. So I bought her coming home outfit. I bought her baby blanket with her name on it. I'm so excited for that. I ordered it. What else did we buy? I ordered her name for the wall to be put up. Again, we don't even have a nursery to put it in right now. Well, we do have the nursery, but I have the name. And yeah, I think I'm gonna buy a swaddle blanket for her with her name on it. But pretty much everything else I've purchased. I've purchased stuff for me for the hospital. I've purchased nursing bras, some pajamas, and like comfortable clothes for afterwards. Slippers. There are a few things for the hospital. Well, I guess not really the hospital, but postpartum that I still want to purchase. But yeah, for the most part, we have ordered everything that we need or want for the hospital and for when this baby comes home. So yeah, I think I'm going to make a hospital bag video if you guys would be interested in seeing that, coming from a perspective of a second time mom now. Pretty soon. I think I'll probably wait until after Christmas because some of the things that I ordered are like Christmas gifts. So I'll probably wait until after Christmas to officially like wash everything and pack it all and get it all ready to go and show you guys. But yeah, we have everything. And again, that leads me to my next point, that we have officially decided on a name for baby girl. I am so excited. I don't know if I announced that in the last video or not. I don't think I did, but yes, we officially came to the decision on baby's name, and I'm so excited. It makes me feel so much better that we have a name and we can like buy stuff with her name on it, and it just feels nice to be able to call her by her name. It just feels like you can connect more. Do you know what I mean? Like you can picture them being born and all that because you have their name. We are not telling anybody. We are those type of people. I'm so sorry, but we are those people that do not tell our baby's name until the baby is born. But I will be doing a little bit of a birth video. I don't think I'm going to be vlogging like the actual birth, but clips here and there. And then afterwards, as far as like visiting with family and things. So in that video, I will include her name announcement. And one last thing, my weight gain, I have officially gained 29 pounds so far. With my son, I officially gained 30. Like the day I walked into the hospital, I had officially gained 30 pounds. So I'm definitely gonna go over at this point. So by the time you watch this, I'll be 34 weeks. So I have about 6 weeks to go. And they say that the baby gains a pound to I think 1.5 pounds every single week. Towards the end. So yeah, that's a little scary to me. So I'm probably going to gain at least 6 more pounds, if not more, probably more. So yeah, this is definitely going to be the heaviest that I've ever been. And I mean, I'm already the heaviest that I've ever been which is a little bit terrifying to me to think about, but I'm also trying not to focus on the weight and not on the number on the scale because there's nothing I can really do about it. So there's no need to stress about it. You just kind of gotta go with the flow and let it be. And then one last thing, I will be going in for my 35-week checkup next week. That's when I get to get the Group B swab test or whatever. That's real exciting. I cannot wait for that. Lord help me. I feel like this pregnancy has actually been really great because with my son, my pregnancy was high risk. So there was just a lot of invasive things going on with that pregnancy. Like I had to have a lot of vaginal ultrasounds and I don't know, I felt like I was constantly being poked and prodded. And this time I have not had to like do anything really exam wise, except for the first appointment. I had to have a, what's it called? Why can't I think of the word? A pap smear. That's what I'm thinking of. Because it had been like over a year or whatever they suggest. So yeah, I haven't like had to deal with any of that until next week, and I'm really not looking forward to it. I'm so glad that I've been through a pregnancy though before and I know what's coming, because nobody told me the first time when I was pregnant that that is a thing. Like they have to swab you and they have to swab like the bottom half of you as well, like the other side. And nobody made me aware of that. So if you're pregnant and you're before 35 weeks, just prepare yourself, because if you when you go into your 35-week appointment, you're gonna have to get swabbed. So you better be clean, make sure you're prepared, and get it over with. But at this point, I'm kind of accepting the fact that as of next week, my dignity will be checked at the door for like the next 3 months or so, because pretty much after that you get like, you know, you get checked, you get your membrane sweeped if you do that. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that, but and then labor and delivery, like literally everyone and their mother has like a full view of your hoo-ha, so that's really embarrassing and horrible. And yeah, I mean recovery, like you're bleeding, you're peeing yourself, like there's just like no dignity left until you're like maybe 6 to 8 weeks postpartum. So you know, just preparing myself that the next 3 months are just gonna be, there's just, you know, you just can't be embarrassed. So yeah, that's super exciting. But after that appointment, I will make my 35-week checkup. That is about it for this video. So I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.